usual suspects, the neocons and the Washington elite, were less than happy about this revelation. John McCain said, "Her dishonor will last forever." Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, said Chelsea Manning's treachery put American lives at risk and exposed some of our nation's most sensitive secrets. Tom Cotton, the neoconservative senator, we ought not treat a traitor like a martyr.
Wow.
And there was an interesting tweet storm yesterday, and that's kind of a funny word, but it was quite fascinating. We have actually our first graphic. Judith Miller, who you will remember was really the chief person who helped amplify the lies of the neocons about Iraq and put us into a war where so many people were killed. Here's what she put up yesterday. Obama commutes sentence of Chelsea Manning. How many people died because of a Manning leak? And actually, our second graphic will answer that question, and it was answered back in 2013 when we first started. And if we have that up, this is a brigadier general that was investigating it for the prosecution. He had to admit during the trial that he could not find any instance where there was a death attributable to what Chelsea Manning had leaked.
Now, can Judith Miller hide behind, well, she was misled by the people who were gathering the intelligence, or these outright lies?
That's exactly what she did. When the storm was breaking, she went back in there and said, "It's not my fault," essentially, "not my fault, they just fed me the wrong info." You know,
the same way that our leaders so often say that, and everybody who went along, with Bush and going into war, well, we were misled. And how about the British example of that too? They actually did some serious looking into it and found out that there was some deliberate misleading by the intelligence agency, and they participated. I mean, they were our cheerleaders, for getting us involved in war. But they worry about it, and rightfully so. But I think WikiLeaks went out of their way to make sure that no names were left on this material. And they talk about people dying.
Yeah.
How many people died at the hands of the lies told by the United States government along with its allies? I mean, not thousands, probably millions of people when you add up everybody in all the wars of the past 15 years. It was, I figured there was at least 10,000 Americans when you add up all the contractors and everything. But how many people are continuing to die? I mean, every day you'll read, if you look around, civilians, collateral damage, more people died. Yes, we have to stop them. ISIS is, doing this. They never want to evaluate the whole situation. They don't understand the politics of the area, the history, or anything else. But yes, the government tells lies. But what happens if an individual ever lies to the government? That's the whole thing. It's perjury. An FBI agents, they come in and do all sorts of things, and then if it's a teeny-weeny lie, that becomes 1,000 times bigger than the crime that they were charged with, which they couldn't be convicted of. So it's the fact that there's a place that we put our government in that they don't deserve. The government is supposed to be small and subservient to us, and we're not supposed to have to be crawling and obeying every single thing they say, or listening or believing every single thing they say. That's what the real problem is. But I think there's some encouraging signs about how much we're believing our government.
Yeah, I think and that's probably something we can thank people like Manning and Snowden and others for. But going back to Judith Miller, this is a person literally with blood on her hands. I mean, it sounds dramatic, but it's true. She willingly repeated what her confidential sources told her. She was a stenographer for the neocons. Every salacious detail. Saddam's drones, are capable of bombing over and over and over. She did it without questioning. She didn't do a reporter's job. She did a stenographer's job. Yeah. And now she's questioning everyone. But what about the others? We know, for example, that Manning's releases did not result in anyone killed. Well, what about Cheney's lies?
Oh, yeah.
What about Rumsfeld's lies? What about the people underneath them? Karen Kwiatkowski told us a lot about what was happening in the Pentagon at the time when the neocons were forcing only intelligence up that told one part of the story.